Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. This is another episode of the GR8 podcast. I'm actually really excited for this episode because today we're just going to go through the movies that are supposedly going to come out in 2024. I say supposedly because last time I tried to do this was, my most anticipated movies of the year. It was 2020 and none of those movies came out. So we are going to get into this list of movies, a lot of blockbusters, a lot of indie movies, a lot of things that at least I've heard of. Movies that are at least announced for 2024 for a 2024 release date. I guess that this goes in no particular order other than I guess how the movies are actually going to play out and actually be released. Although there are kind of mixed in with some movies that have just been announced. That we didn't know were already going to be announced. So starting off with Mean Girls 2024, absolutely not going to go see that. Argyle, I'm interested in what that movie's about, but I heard it's really bad, so I'm not going to go see it. Bob Marley, One Love, definitely not going to go see it. I'm not that big of a music biopic fanatic, so probably not going to go see Bob Marley. Plus, I don't listen to his music, so there's no reason for me to go. Madam Web. Out of the first four, this is actually the one I'm going to go buy. This is the one that I'm probably going to go see in theaters. I'm not excited for it at all. I'm more or less just excited to see how bad it is, really. Dune Part 2. Yes, absolutely. This is going to be a buy. We have 2 buys in a row. Absolutely going to go see Dune Part 2. I love Denis Villeneuve and everything that he does. I love sci-fi epics. I love the first Dune movie, even though I'm not the biggest advocate or supporter for that franchise or for that story. I haven't read the books, but my first experience with that story is Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 1. So definitely very excited for Dune Part 2. Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm probably going to have to sell this one. However, I'm very intrigued with Conor McGregor's integration with that movie. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, that's going to be a sell as well. Ghostbusters Afterlife was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's Ghostbusters are fantastic. The franchise is just fantastic for broke college students on a Thursday night. What else is there to do? Nothing. Let's go see a Ghostbusters movie for half the price, I guess. Godzilla X Kong: A New Empire. Absolutely, this is gonna be a buy. I love Godzilla. I love King Kong. Mickey 17. This is a new movie directed by Bong Joon-ho and starring Robert Pattinson. This is some sort of sci-fi, cyberpunk, weird technology movie directed by Bong Joon-ho, so definitely gonna have to buy this one. I can't wait to see it in theaters. Challengers, it's the new Zendaya tennis movie. The trailers are really weird. Probably gonna sell this one. I don't think I'm gonna go see it in theaters. Civil War, this is the new indie Civil War movie. I can't remember who it's directed by. I'm definitely intrigued, and if I find myself on an open Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, probably going to go see Civil War. The Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt. I'm definitely interested, and I love everything that Ryan Gosling is in. However, I just don't think the story is just something that's going to scratch the itch for me. So probably going to sell that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I like the first one, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or Rise of the Planet, whatever the first one was. But I haven't seen it in the movie since, so I'm probably going to have to sell this one. If it's the new Ryan Reynolds movie with imaginary friends, definitely going to have to sell that one. It looks stupid. Furiosa, definitely a buy. I'm definitely going to have to go see Furiosa. I really like the first Mad Max movie and definitely going to have to go see the sequel. Ballerina, I love anything that has to do with John Wick, except that Continental TV show I still haven't seen. But this is the female version of John Wick, Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas. I'm excited for this movie. I'm very intrigued with what they're gonna do with this continuation of the John Wick franchise. Bad Boys 4, nope, that's gonna sell. Inside Out 2, maybe I'll buy it. I'm not that too partial to Disney. I'm not exactly too sure if I'm gonna just subscribe to everything that Disney is gonna make or put out in the next couple weeks or years. So I don't know about Inside Out 2. Maybe I'll buy it. Maybe I'll sell it. I'm not exactly too sure. The Bike Riders with Austin Butler and Tom Hardy. Probably gonna have to sell that one. Maybe that's a streaming movie in a couple years from now. A Quiet Place Day One. I really like The Quiet Place movies. I think the first one is way better than the second one, but I'm very excited to see the continuation of this franchise, so definitely have to buy. Deadpool 3, probably the biggest buy on this list. Definitely going to have to go see Deadpool 3, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman. Very excited for that movie. Alien Romulus, this is like the new movie in the Alien franchise. Please stop making these movies. This is definitely a sell. Kraven the Hunter, yet again, with these Sony Marvel Spider-Man villain movies. Definitely going to have to buy it. Definitely going to have to buy it. I'm so interested in what Aaron Taylor Johnson has in store for us with Kraven. I'm excited for that movie, even though it's going to be awful. Beetlejuice. Haven't seen the original. Probably not going to go see the second one. That's a sell. Joker 2. Probably the second highest buy movie on this list. I cannot wait for Joker 2. Lady Gaga is Harley Quinn, so very excited about that. Maxine. It's the new Mia Goth horror franchise trilogy. No, thank you. I'm good. That's a sell. Venom 3, like I said, for Kraven the Hunter and Madam Web. Of course, I have to go see this just to see how bad it is, so I'm going to have to buy that one. Gladiator 2, probably if I go see the first one beforehand, but if I don't, that's going to be a sell. Mufasa the Lion King, nope, that's a sell. Nosferatu, yes, this is an absolute buy. I can't wait for Robert Eggers' new movie, Nosferatu. It's going to be a great movie. Megapolis, definitely a buy. Definitely a buy. This is Francis Ford Coppola's new movie, and Francis Ford Coppola, as many people know, that directed The Godfather. So definitely have to go see his new movie. This might have and probably this is the movie that I'm most intrigued by. This might have Metropolis sort of ideals, like the 1930s black and white movie with this retrofuturism added into his new idea about film or whatever. I'm not exactly too sure what Megalopolis is going to entail, but definitely the most intriguing movie on this list. Longlegs, Neon's new horror movie that they're really hyping up with really cool posters. Definitely gonna have to go buy it. I want to think that I'm going to go see it in theaters. I want to think that I'm going to. Rebel Moon 2, I've already seen the first one, so I'm in it for the second one. I guess I'll buy it, but I'm not happy about it. Transformers 1, absolutely. I'm absolutely going to go buy this. This is the story of what happened to the Autobots and Decepticons on Cybertron in a big screen format. Absolutely. This is what Transformers fans have always wanted. Definitely going to have to buy Transformers 1. Sonic 3, dude, I've already seen the first two in theaters. I'm going to have to go buy it. I'm not happy about it, but I'd much rather see that than, I don't know, Venom 3. Despicable Me 4, that's a sell. That's a sell. I've only seen the first one, and I don't care. This is just they're just stretching it out as much as they possibly can to make as much money. They knew they struck gold with Despicable Me and the Minions, and now it's just gone too far. And then now just recently announced Moana 2, probably going to be a sell. I haven't seen the first one, and I really don't care what Disney has been doing in their animation department in the last couple of years. So thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun with me, going over the 2024 movies that are slated to be released. I know that buy or sell is kind of odd because it's either you buy it and you're going to go see the movie or sell it and you're definitely not. I don't know. I might see all of these movies or I might see none of them. Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely going to go see Deadpool. But nonetheless, I'm definitely going to try my best to see these movies. I'm definitely intrigued by most of them, but definitely not intrigued by all of them. So thank you guys so much for listening, watching, having fun with me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video or podcast episode.